Yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 46. Rack 'em, pack 'em, and stack 'em, folks. Before we get into that, we'll cover some week in review here. I'm sure everybody has seen the Biden tripping on the supposed Air Force One. A lot of issues here in my book, but let's get into it because I've got a lot to pack into this show. So I'll leave all the links in these articles. Again, my opinion, I'm not stating fact, strictly opinion. So here's the article of Biden, and let's just play the video here for a few seconds. Okay, this is the man that made fun of Trump at the Army-Navy game for going down that slippery steel runway. But Trump didn't fall. Biden's going upstairs. Trump was going down on a ramp with no stairs, with street shoes. I mean, come on, people. All you people out there wore in the business community, wore street shoes. Certain surfaces, those things are slick. This guy's walking up a red carpeted runway stairs and just loses it. This is our leader, folks. Come on now. We all voted for him. 80 million people voted for this guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, now we're going to really get into the conspiracy theories. I'm not sure if everybody's seen this, but I want to get into the whole... If you haven't heard it yet, we're all watching a movie. And quite frankly, I'm tired of the movie. I want some action. Because this movie's not entertaining. For those of you that follow the 17 board, and you know what I mean by the number 17, letter of the alphabet, this is not enjoyable anymore. You know, people are suffering. I don't know what movie they're showing, but this movie is having impact on our lives because our government is still hitting us with policies and lockdowns and this and that. So I want to touch on this and pay attention to his hands and pay attention to the microphones. Okay? And then we're going to get into it. Okay, let's go back a little bit, and I'll try and stop it. How could his hands go through a microphone like that? Folks, you are looking at CGI graphics, you are looking at holograms. This is what they mean by the movies. If you don't believe it, go do some research out there. Hollywood's been doing this stuff going back to Star Wars movies with green screens and holograms. This was not a real event. Sorry, my opinion. This was not a real event. Do some research into this because we're all being scammed. And, Revelation talks about the great deception. Well, if this isn't a deception, I don't know what is. Again, what can we trust anymore? We certainly can't trust our media. All we can trust on are legitimate people out there that are exposing the truth. And if this video gets taken down and this channel gets taken down, I'm going to remind you, I'm on BitChute, so you can go find me there. Because I have a feeling they're not going to like this video. So I'm going to direct you to another site, which is, and I'll leave the link in the description. It's called And We Know. And I'm just going to play a portion of this. This guy is great. Love this channel. A lot of information there. I suggest you go look this channel up and watch these videos. Good guy. So I'm going to play a couple seconds of this.
Projecting an image of what's supposed to be this guy named Biden, whoever this double is or clone or whatever he is. Very interesting because Ghost Extra posts something I've never seen before on how they can use technology to make and project people anywhere around the world and make it look like they're there. Check this out.
I've always found most exciting about the hologram effect and hologram illusion industry is the ability to beam anybody from anywhere to anywhere in real time. So what we've decided to do was we shrunk these giant hologram stage apparatus from big arena stage pieces into what you see right here. This is Portal. It's the size of a vending machine. It fits in the corner of a room, and it beams in a 4K resolution image in real time. You can you can beam anybody from anywhere to anywhere in real time. And when you're looking into the camera, you're looking into your audience's eyes. So if you're an educator, or if you're a politician, or if you're an inspirational speaker or a religious leader, you could beam from the safety and security of your own campaign headquarters, or from your own judges' chambers, or wherever you are, into anywhere that you need to be in real time. So I can distribute Portal hologram machines to any country in the world, and in real time you could beam from wherever you are into as many places at the exact same time. Each portal has an audience-facing camera, so that when you beam in front of audiences around the world, the camera sees the audiences. So I'm here with you right now. However, if I wasn't, I would still be able to see you because I've got an eye on you. It's got speakers on both sides, so I can, so you can hear me when I'm not here, and it's all completely self-contained. My friends and I, we beamed Jimmy Kimmel to the Country Music Awards from Los Angeles while he was doing his opening monologue, standing on a similar screen. We used green screen at the time, but we beamed him to Nashville, thousands of miles away, time zones away, and in real time he was interviewing artists who had literally just won Country Music Awards, and then we were beaming them back using the same kind of reverse transmission, and they were performing.
You get that, folks? You think this stuff is made up? You don't think the technology's out there? Same with the masks. You can go research that. So I'll leave you with that. Now we'll get into the rack 'em, pack 'em, and stack 'em. James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, releases photos of the kids in cages down south at the border. What did we hear during the whole Trump administration? Oh, AOC was out there crying at the fence. This is terrible. This is inhumane. All the Democrats were all over. By the way, and all the fake photos they put out there, they were actually from 2014. Who was president then? Let me see. I don't know. Maybe go check. See who the president was back then. Hello. And now nothing has changed. But yet, they get a free pass. And just to really aggravate you, Jen Psaki, better known as Sweat Psaki, Newsmax reporter Emerald Robinson asked her a question, and you can watch the video. Folks, they're putting these people, these illegal aliens, in hotel rooms, $750 hotel rooms that we are paying for, while our National Guard were in parking garages and fed raw food. Wake up! All you people that supposedly might have voted for these people, you're getting what you got. I'm telling you. You better wake up. This is getting out of hand. And it's, again, I don't want to watch this movie anymore because it's not entertaining. This is disgusting. I just hope, I pray that God will cast his judgment upon this nation and these people will get what's coming to them. Unbelievable. So, I'm going to get into the last topic here. Whether you realize it or not, there is a total blackout of news in this country. And what I mean by that, if you want to find out what's really going on, you got to go to other countries' newspaper sites. They are the only ones reporting the real news. This country has a total blackout. You're not seeing anything. Now, this is a couple weeks old. I'm not sure, many people might not know this is going on. Myanmar coup. What's happening and why? Well, I'll tell you what's happening. Their military came in and arrested all their leaders for election fraud. Certain machines were used. I wonder which ones. I wonder which machines were used. Could it be the machines that were used here? Where's our military? Why aren't they doing anything? A lot of questions, a lot of theories, a lot of answers. We'll just have to wait and see, but this is building up. So, all these leaders, and by the way, this place borders on Thailand, India, and China. This is reported to be one of the biggest human trafficking and drug trafficking countries in the world. And you can go search. There's pictures of certain political leaders being taken with their government leaders. But the military stepped in and said enough's enough. They took over the country. They've arrested all their political leaders. They've arrested all these George Soros funded groups and businesses that were funding these riots that occurred afterwards and other things. Again, do your research. This is opinion, not fact. And just another example of things to keep an eye out for. Keep an eye out for CEOs stepping down and go do some research. Look over the last 4 years. How many CEOs have stepped down? How many CEOs have died? And connect some dots for yourself. And getting back to what I was saying about you got to get your news outside of this country because they're not going to report it on the fake news media. This is from the GreekReporter.com. Prominent Greek banker Lonis Kostopoulos dies at 83. This is all this corrupt deep state, folks. What's interesting about the article is they don't tell you a thing about what he died of or how he died. They just give you a nice obituary about what a great man he was. We're in troubled times. We got Passover and Easter coming. I'll make a prediction. Certain states, again, are telegraphing their next possible moves. We're hearing of a third strain. We're going to see some lockdowns again, folks. I have a feeling, just like they did last year, they're going to shut Easter down. They don't want people going to church. I've said this many times. This is about good and evil. It's biblical. You need to open up your Bibles and educate yourself, because a lot of this stuff you can find in Revelation and other books in the Bible, which we know there's some missing. And the Vatican is not innocent in a lot of this stuff. This is the Great Awakening. And we're about to be awoke. Well, a lot of people are about to be awoke. I've been doing this stuff since the 80s, with researching all these conspiracy theories. That's just what I do, and that's just what I get into. So that's the show for today. Do your own research. Do some digging. Don't be complacent with your lives. This has been our mistake for decades. All we've cared about is what personally affects us in our day-to-day lives. We've let this stuff. Our government has been doing this stuff to us for decades, and we haven't been paying attention to it. It's time to start paying attention. All I know is the words of trust the plan are out there. Well, the plan is God's plan. And that's where I am putting my faith in. It's coming to a precipice. I can feel it in my gut. Things are not right. And I want to comment on one last thing. For all those people screaming about, oh, Trump, where are you, Trump? We need you, Trump. Let it go. This had to happen this way. And I'll tell you why. Because for the 4 years Trump was in office, all everybody paid attention to was, what was Trump doing? What was Trump saying? What was on the news about Trump? Well, Trump's been gone now, for the most part, since January 20th. I don't watch mainstream media anymore, but I can guess what's happening. They're bored. They got nothing to report on. Trump is gone. And what is this making us focus on? What they are doing. There's no distractions anymore. We can blatantly see what they're doing. They're not hiding anything anymore. They're telling you what they're going to do. They're going to do the filibuster. They're going to do gun control. They're going to do whatever they got to do to get their policies in place. This is a troubling time right now. There's only one person that can get us out of it. And that's the Almighty Father. So if you haven't repented, you haven't reconciled yourself, I suggest you do so. Because this could get ugly. We don't know. But I'm tired of watching this movie because I'm not entertained anymore. And I'll leave you with that. So until next time, be safe, be strong, be vigilant. Stay safe with the Lord. And until next time, same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.